Okay, everybody.
Well, I've got the souvenirs.
Are we here?
You've got the souvenirs.
We all here? First of all, I want to say thanks to everyone for coming. It's been 2 years in the making. It's been nothing but stress and anxiety for me. But it's finally come together. Once again, I can't thank each and every one of you enough for being here. It means a lot to you, especially the Northerners coming so far down. It's a long way, innit, know what I mean? 5 hours, but appreciate it.
Hope you all catch.
Yeah.
What we do is we do paper, scissors, stones.
Stones?
Who calls it stones?
How many stones is it? It's only one, isn't it?
One. Alright, go on.
Yeah, cut you up.
Northern alert, let's carry a knife.
Right, so what's that then?
In you go.
First section, right, here we go. Carp armour, Neil Rivers.
And they'll be fishing against
Sean Atkins and Gaz Elliott.
As well as the pairs getting assigned to a swim on the lake, they were also getting assigned to a section, meaning they're going to be up against another pair on that sponsored section to win the prizes. Once the draw had concluded, everyone had a set amount of time in their swims to have a lead about and understand the water that was in front of them. This gave the anglers an opportunity to understand what they were fishing over, but they could not cast a rig in until the horn had sounded.
Never fished here off the home turf, aren't we here? That's going to be our excuse anyway. But nah, just never fished here, never fished in a match. I think we've done one match. One match, charity match once upon a time, that's about it, so something new, innit? It's all about the big fish though, so hopefully we've got a few big carp tactics in up our sleeve, eh?
Feels alright, it's I'm only fishing like close in, you know what I mean, obviously. But yeah, it feels alright, it's nice and clear. There's a few little shoddy bits of weed down there, but plenty of clear spots down there. I think we've seen about 3 or 4 fish now as well down here, so you know, hopefully. It's a great way they've done it because we've only got to beat them lads over there, haven't you? You're only up against like the lads opposite. Well, Jamie's going to be doing all the casting and I'm just going to be making the tea.
So, match scene. Who'd have thought it? Me down having a match. It's not really mine and my brother's scene really, but each to their own obviously. But when John got in touch with me about this match, it's on Berners. When he got in touch with me about this match, it's got a couple of little twists to it that's a little bit different. So it's not about, you know, basically the way it works is it's the biggest fish wins really. So the 3 biggest fish per pair. I think there's 16 pairs. And the other good twist is it's north versus south. So you've got 8 pairs of northerners, 8 pairs of southerners. So obviously since we've been here, there's been loads of banter going on. We've got all that going. There's WhatsApp groups, everyone giving it beans. But yeah, basically the way it works, bear with me because I'm only just getting my head around the way it works. But once you explained it to me, I was sold on it. It's 8 pairs of northerners, 8 pairs of southerners, and then there's 8 different sections that fishing against each other. So we're fishing against next door here, they're southerners. And we're fishing against them, and our 3 biggest fish against their 3 biggest fish wins the point for the northerners, obviously, because we're going to win. But if they win, then the southerners gain a point. So that's how you accumulate points for north versus south. And then the highest, biggest free fish out of the whole of the pairs wins the money. You got 1,500 quid, I think it is, 750 quid for second, 325 for third. That's what I'm here for, the bucks. But no, it's north versus south.
You got a message for the southerners?
Southerners, yeah. Am I still in frame?
You're still in frame, mate.
Can we use that? Totally forgot to mention, it's me and Jay against each other really. We got picked as the team captains, not that it means anything. I think everyone's selected me because I'm the only one that can really knock Jay out really. But yeah, Jay, it's going down lads, let's have it.
Once the marshal had sounded the horn, it was all systems go. Everyone was ready to get their rigs out and start fishing. Although it wasn't long before James and Ben were into their first fish of the match.
Seen them shoal down there though.
Yeah, I've been up here. Mate, that was quick, mate. I've literally just put that bucket out.
One up, we need this.
I know we do, mate. I know, the pressure's on. Keep the goals. Come on, Dick.
Right, boy!
25 on my nose.
Wicked, nice one. Well done, son.
Good
start.
So first a catch on the lake, mate.
Yeah.
Weren't long either, was it?
No, 15 minutes. 15 minutes after the rods went out. Big bucket of bait, probably 2.5 kilo, 3 kilo. Let it sit out there for 5 minutes, put the rods out, and then tries to do a bit of work on the lappy, and she's gone.
A bit further down the bank, Carl Palmer and Neil Rivers of the Southern team had also had a flurry of activity early on, with their first fish weighing in at 30 pounds on the nose, which now puts them in the lead. With another fish waiting in the sling to be weighed, they managed another quick bite which, if landed, puts them 3 fish ahead. With the fish landed, it was weighed straight away by the marshals at a weight of £14.12 and released, with another one a bit bigger waiting in the sling. With their third fish landing being a mirror at £20.12, it put Carl and Neil firmly in the lead and very early on in the competition. Although it's a great start for the guys, these competitions can change at a drop of a hat. So with no time wasted, they got their rigs back out on the spots in the hopes to keep the wheels rolling.
Yeah, we didn't expect it to kick off so quick, to be fair. We thought it sort of like put a bit of bait out. We expected it to sort of a few hours time, but not as, what was it, 20 minutes, half hour? I think we had first bite 1 o'clock. So yeah, really pleased. And now we've got 3 fish on the board, so we can only get better from now, to be fair.
It's going to stick to what we're doing and, you know, keep putting the bait in on the spots, and hopefully it just produces more and more fish as we go along. Hopefully some bigger ones as
Yeah,
well, won't it?
that's what normally happens. You'd have to sort of wade through the smaller ones and the bigger ones turn up, so yeah.
Good start though, yeah?
Yeah, really good start, to be fair. I think there's only one other fish been out to down in the corner to the northerners. I do believe Lee, up to her right, has lost 2, which is bad angling, to be fair, mate. But us southerners, we just keep them on the hooks and put them in the net.
There was a sudden surge of activity all around the lake, with loads of anglers banking fish. James and Ben managed to land another one.
$33.4.
Biggest fish so far. So just over, ounce over 32.
Neil and Carl banking a £32.2 mirror, keeping them in the lead. And Southern captain Jay, with his partner James, managed their first fish of the competition.
Yeah. 33.2, would you say? Yeah, 33.2.
I'm not Marshall, on.
33.2.
What is that now?
That's that main line coming out of it.
Class, lad.
Right, so you've had one, lads, and it weren't a bad one, was it?
No, it wasn't a bad one at all. It was 33.2, wasn't it?
33.2, yeah.
Yeah, happy days with that one.
Great start, to be fair. When we got in the swim, there was fish showing quite close, so we thought, right, everyone's going to be out there, everyone's going to be spotting, so we decided to put 4 PVA bags out, straight on the money, straight where the fish were. Unfortunately, it didn't really pay off. We didn't get a quick bite like we thought. So when the fish moved back in, thought, right, okay, let's just get some bait out, so stop them in their tracks. And to be fair, it's worked perfect, didn't it?
Yeah, they backed off a little bit, didn't they, as we put the bait in, and then they've gradually just moved back in again. You could see them milking up on the bottom. You see like a little cloud coming up, and yeah, rolling and fizzing in amongst it. So yeah, happy days.
It was pretty 10 minutes after you'd finished bombing on your side.
Yeah, definitely.
You got your take.
Just enough time to make a cup of tea and it to go cold.
Exactly. That's been good.
What's your plans moving forward from now?
I think it's a case of build this swim. There's definitely fish in the area. Everyone's doing the same thing, so everyone is putting bait out. The wind is changing into our face as of tomorrow morning.
I think as well as that, we're watching where the boys are coming out from the long bank and where they're coming out from the island side, and there's like a channel up the middle where they're both obviously not coming out far enough to meet each other, and they're coming straight down that lane and ending up in front of us. So as long as we can get a nice equal amount of bait out across the front of them on the end of the wind, I think we should be able to pick up a few more.
Yeah, it's just a case of build a swim, and once they start feeding on it, capitalise on it. We've got spare rods going, so as soon as we've caught a fish, literally put the rod back out, So we've got fishing with 2 rods, but we've got a 3rd rod set up, ready to go, all clipped up at the same distance. Spods are at the same distance, everything's ready to go.
It's all ready. Seconds, isn't it? Net the fish. Fella that hasn't landed the fish grabs hold of the net, keeps hold of the rod. Other fella comes up, rods are already wrapped up, bags looped on, and back out it goes. 5 minutes tops, and you're back in front of feeding fish.
Yep.
Scotty was feeling fairly confident he was going to smash you boys up. You got a message from him now?
Well, he's northern, so he's going to be confident fishing down this way because he thinks it's easy, but he's not doing too good, is he?
Yeah, us southern ferries ain't too bad, are we, mate?
Imagine how many we'd catch if we went up north.
Yeah,
well,
it's too cold up there,
just
mate.
A waste of petrol,
too dark, isn't it?
It's just a waste of petrol.
To be honest, I'll tell you exactly what's going on. I've read these fish already. Don't even need to look anymore. Sorry, I'm swaying a bit. It's the uneven ground, I swear. No, but the wind's blowing that way. Everyone on that bank is in with a shout at the minute. He's had, what, 3 bites, 4 bites?
More.
He's
6.
bumped a couple. They've had a couple in the corner. Now Jay's starting to pick them up. This is where you're seeing them. As soon as this wind swings tomorrow, blowing straight in our face, it is game on. I'm just going to bypass Jay, fishing on that main line. So, you'll see the fish throwing up on the surface, I swear to God. I'm only joking. I reckon it's game on tomorrow for us boys on this bank, 100%. Just a little prediction, I'm going to go for a brace of 40s in this swim. If it doesn't happen, edit that out. Anyway, we're going to have lovely times. Indian tonight, but it's going to be an hour and a half. Typical southerners.
As the first night drew to a close, everyone started getting prepared for the night ahead, and it didn't take long before fish started seeing the bank. As darkness fell, the bites started coming and continued long throughout the night.
Kiss.
At first light, there were slings all around the lake with fish waiting to be weighed. The surge of activity certainly would have put a strain on the scoreboard.
Good, yeah? 49.
Get it up there.
26.8?
Yeah, work this out.
With most of the captures coming out on one side of the lake, it seemed that most of the fish were held up on that side. But on the opposite side, Gary and Ian managed to bank one for the Northerners.
Heavy teeth in, yeah?
I've just started to turn the white balance down. Get in! You can tell we're down south because who the hell has tomato and lettuce for breakfast? I'm all for a BLT, but it has to be after 12 o'clock.
But now you're going to eat it, aren't you?
Yeah,
That's your one. See, refreshing in the morning.
Taste sensation.
Subtitles.
Fresh red bottles of subtitles.
As the morning went on, the lake seemed to have shut down, but Neil and Carl managed another fish and unexpectedly had another bite.
You're awake? You're awake?
Well, yeah, the rod.
With another 40 plus pounds to their tally, it keeps them firmly in the lead. Ashley and Tony managed another pair of fish, as well as Tom and Danny just a little bit further down the bank. And at the last knockings before we stopped for a barbecue, James managed another fish.
Yeah.
Oh, that was lucky.
Oh, right in time. 24-8, would you say?
24-8. Go for that.
24-8, boys. Yeah. Ish. Well, actually, whoa, it's going up. It's going up here. I think it might be a weenie, that one.
I
don't know.
Try to taste so good. Go on, lad. Go on,
Wish that I knew what I know now. When I was stronger, I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger.
So we're officially at the halfway point. Everyone's reeled in to come for a barbecue. It's at this point where we should be talking tactics, how we can improve our game, put a few more fish on the bank. But I just want to show the importance of this match. Come and have a look at this. Can I just ask you to move, mate? They're all sat watching the football. That's how we roll up north. That's how we roll.
Right, 17 talk. Keep doing what you're doing because we're already kicking their ass. We don't need to do anything different. Right, they're useless and let's just crack on.
You lot do 100 push-ups. Have a word with him, will you? Have a word with him.
Fished a few matches, as you can imagine, over my days. Probably the best organised and the most enjoyable one I can honestly say I've fished.
100%. 100%.
Enjoying it. We still got 24 hours and we just, well, me and Gary, everyone knows me and Gary, we're just going to have the best laugh we can and enjoy our fishing. Hopefully we've got a few more on the cards and they will come. Social has been superb, mate.
Yeah.
It's something we haven't had before in a fishing match, but haven't we, mate? Food was brilliant.
Unbelievable.
The amount of
to the boys as well.
The amount of non-alcoholic drinks that were provided, that was superb.
Excellent. Loved the can of Sprite.
Sprite is lovely. We'll drink, me and Gary will drink Sprite all day. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. No complaints whatsoever. We've just really enjoyed ourselves. And the next 24 hours we'll enjoy ourselves even more.
We're getting some fish though as well.
Of course we are.
We're up all night, Tom.
Yeah, don't forget, mate, that's what we're here for. We're here to catch some fish.
I'm not going to argue with you.
We're here to catch fish.
Partners here, don't argue with me.
Mate, we're here to catch fish.
Alright, we're here to catch fish. We're catching fish tonight.
That's just, everyone knows us, that's how we are.
He always argues with me.
He always argues with me. He's wasting me wife. No, he's not. No, he's not.
I was having a bit of a social this afternoon. Lewis come down from Waft.
We were, sir. We were.
Louis from Waft comes down. And Lewis did have a nice start again, lads.
It's Louis.
Louis from Waft.
Louis from Waft. You don't get that name right, mate. I'm going to throw you in the lake.
What's it called?
Waft.
Waft. Louis from Waft come down.
Louis from Waft came down.
Start again. Waft, ready? Right there. Let me do my fringe.
Hang on.
No,
I bought a couple more bags of stuff. Don't know where they've gone.
Yep.
Ah.
He went above and beyond for us.
Above and beyond.
Goes back to the factory for us. Brings all t-shirts, hoodies, sunglasses,
all in over
lanyards,
next
coffee,
season, got
coffee
to be full
cups.
of Waft gear.
Just like to say a big thank you to Louis. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Louis, lad. What
Cheers,
a guy.
Louis. He's sitting there as well.
Crying. He's crying. He's there.
That's how we roll.
This way his runners back next year. Simple as that, isn't it?
There you go.
£19 plus on one of these two to take second.
1914.
Just about.
21 bang on. He
21,
keeps dipping today, yeah.
The east side of the bank had seemed to come alive, but unfortunately Mike and Alex had lost 2 fish.
We haven't had a sign, have we? Nothing really exciting happening. It's a little bit dead up this end, but you know, you just got to hope that they turn up on you, and when they do, you take the opportunity, which we haven't quite done. We were just sitting at the top, weren't we? And he just screamed off, beautiful run, just kept going, and just playing it. All felt good. There's quite a bit of weed in this swim, so you know, when you bring the rods back in, you do hit a few good hard patches, so you sort of give it a bit, but nothing too major. And yeah, it was just a. I know, like, the one you lose is always one of the big ones, but it was just kiting and it just wasn't powering. It was just a steady plod with no head shake. So it just kept going to the right, and then it pinged off, and I was like, it just sort of sums up our luck a little bit. But you know, you just pick up your head and just see what you could do and see if you can catch another. But 10 minutes later, my left-hand rod started getting a few beeps. I was like, oh crikey, man, they've moved on us, and at least, you know, hopefully we can pick up a few. Couple of little liners up and down, and then it just sort of, like, I was sat by the rod, it went off. I was like, wicked.
It was taking line.
Taking line on it, and yeah, playing it in, and because of the weed, I was like, is there a fish on there? Is there not a fish? I think there's a fish on it, and I just played it like there was. And then, like, it got me weeded up under the rod tips. I was thinking, oh god, here we go, not again. And eventually, like, walking up and down the banks here, it come out, and it was just a pike, man. It was just a little jack. I was like, oh, it just sort of summed up the morning.
Further down the bank, Zach and Jacob managed to land 2 fish, which bumped them up the leaderboard.
28. Dead.
Go. Good fish, is 8 bar.
That's a firm lead. That's a lovely fish, by the way.
I think it's closed £20 in the lead, I think.
Has it?
Yeah, so hopefully we get a few more through the night and keep going. I think we've got one rod on the spot out here. I think he's going to put his on the same spot and just keep feeding. Hopefully we have a few more off the same one.
If you'd have asked me this morning from a competition point of view, I'd say it's gone absolutely fantastic, and I still stand by that. From a northern point of view, maybe not so well. The fish on the board don't lie. But over the last couple of hours after the barbecue and stuff, they seem to be clawing it back. Like, we had Tom catch 2 over there. We've had the lads in the corner here get themselves on the board. That's a fresh capture. The wind's changed direction. I think it could lead for a very, very interesting night. I think the Southerners think they've run away with it. I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced. Just think we're going to turn it around. We just need to be a bit closer than what it is. The Southerners have deserved everything they've got. I don't think it's over. It's not over, man. Definitely not.
In all fairness, pair Northerners have just took 2nd place, haven't they?
They have, yeah. Tom and Danny over there, they've been up all night, man. They've been up spomming all night. They've worked for it. Everyone up down that bank have said how hard they've worked. I'm proud of them, man. I'm proud of them. 5 hours from home. They want to win this. No one's here to mess around. Oh, lovely. It was definitely better.
Give her a kiss or a kiss?
sorry, there you go.
Well done, lovely.
Meanwhile, Zach had just landed something very special.
Oh, it's nearly there.
4 leads, just around with 13, 9,
39, 8.
39 and a half.
Good, the boys. Good enough.
It's coming through.
You
bring it up.
Is it PB?
Oh, lad.
There you go. Go ahead, lads. Well done, lads.
Can you f***ing smile, you pair of
Hey, PB. Ready?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Go on, boy. Drive it into you.
Yes, son.
Well done.
Well done, fella.
Fish. Fish.
What's it there, lad? Oh, get in there.
Once again, as the day started drawing to a close, fish started coming out to both southern and northern sides.
Go on the south.
Go on, boys.
Not as big as the north.
Nice.
Pulling it back now.
Anything to say to Scott J now you're a few fish ahead?
Yeah, mate. Just try and catch up, mate. I know it's not your bag, but I'm sure I thought you'd be able to do better, but never mind. Maybe next time.
Yes, baby! In the office! Come on and off! Get in! Stick it in me, Jürgen!
Make it smell better.
How'd you feel, mate? Northerners put another 3 fish on the bank.
Well, oh, is that another call? Oh, Southerners still winning 100 to possibly half a point. All right.
Just want to show you what I've had to put up with this weekend. Come in.
How's that coffee getting on?
So while I'm off running around looking at all the team's fish,
Oh, there he is.
this lad is lying in bed, hasn't moved. And why is that, Jack? Because you had what?
Because you said
half a bottle of Jameson's?
No, because you said you were putting the kettle on for a coffee.
Yeah, for the lads who were working.
A bit of waft coffee, and I went, I'll have a bit of waft coffee.
I didn't tell you I was making you coffee.
I've been waiting here for the last 20 minutes thinking the coffee's going to turn up.
You're going to be waiting a bit longer, kid. Let's go. So we're on our way down to the waft section. Mike Ashford and Alex Lister caught a fish that could potentially change the score. And at the present moment in time, we could seriously do that for the Old North. I'm proud of how the lads have pulled it back, to be fair. There's been a few fish caught down this bank. We've heard this one. He's a bit of a belter. He's saying somewhere in the mid-30s. So let's get down there.
Yesterday we spoke, didn't have anything after that. Come back, got a couple of rods out on the spots where we'd nicked the bites from. Didn't put too much in, to be fair, just thought we'd go light, try and just nick a couple of bites if we could. Nothing at all last night, no signs that there was any carp on us. And then probably, I think it was about 3:15 this morning, one little beep on the right hand rod, come down, nothing, just was sat here for 5 minutes, just had a look, nothing crashing, nothing showing anywhere. Went back up to the bivvy, and then probably 4:45 this morning, completely same rod, right hand rod, completely tears off, and yeah, we've managed to nick ourselves a nice common. So I think we've got 32.15, which, well, we've got to beat, and I think we've beat it, fingers crossed. It's probably going to be tight, but I definitely think we've done enough with that fish to hopefully nick a point for the North.
34.7.
Up the North!
So that's a section lead for you, but what else is it?
PB Common.
Oh yeah!
You
After that big common, there was alarms ripping off all over the lake, with many anglers on both northern and southern sides banking fish. This was certainly going to make an impact on the scoreboards.
24-10?
24-10, yeah. Still coming for you, lads. Still time, boys. Right behind you. On and off. Stick it in me, Jürgen.
there's a tense feeling in the air because at the moment there's been a lot of shouts of come on the north all over the lake, so us southerners have been a bit like on edge. We was quite giving it the big one yesterday, and today I think a few of us have gone, oh, you know, I mean, even us, we was having a few fish and then it slowed down a little bit, and then looking at the scoreboards, a few people have come through. So yeah, it's a tense morning. We've only got about an hour left, so it's quite exciting. It's been a great match. It's been a really, really good match.
Can all change though, can't it?
It literally, one fish, we thought the fish that we just put back was mid-20 and it ended up being a high 20, so it's as easy as that. It really is. It only takes a 30 pounder and you're back in the running.
Lads next door got us last minute, didn't he? £5 innit? So, but now it's a go. It's not over yet.
Still time.
Yeah. 4 baits out there, fish are boshing on the spots. So, yeah. Nice 30 will do it, 40 will take the win. So, see what happens. It's fishing for you, isn't it?
Alright.
Yeah, £26 or above.
It's squeaky bum time. It is squeaky bum time.
Nothing on the boat coming over, making sure we don't say on them last minute. Hey.
So we've got to be 26.
Yeah, well, if it looks big, I'm getting in your head. I'm like, oh, you're playing that wrong, you're playing that wrong. But, come on, get it in, get it in. Yes!
Very close.
£2 short, boys. How long to go?
It depends.
Half an hour.
You know
Half an
what?
hour.
It might be different with ounces.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be quite
yeah.
It's been the closest. It's been the closest section so far. Has it been tense all throughout?
Yeah.
Has it? Yeah.
The final, we had up this morning, seen the
sling
sling in the net, that was it then. Nah, we
Nah.
knew they'd tough us.
28, 9.
28.7. No, it's not.
Get it.
28.9. Sorry.
28.9. I'll tell you what, that might stick us up on the podium actually. That might put us above Ashley. Come on, Surf!
Nice.
What's that mean for you now, lads?
Well done. Well, that's put us
First in the section.
first in the section.
And we need to do some maths.
Yeah.
To see whether we're third, whether we're on the podium.
Might get us third overall.
Well done, lads.
3 fat.
Well done. Nicked it at the death, didn't you? There. You've led all through, and you've just nicked it at the death.
Yeah. They've been.
I said Jack yesterday, didn't I? I said, how many matches are won in the first half? Not many.
Yeah.
It's all the second half that counts.
Northerners are in. They need £4.
Is it £4? I was just doing the maths.
Makes it close, mate. Listen, I'll get round there.
Yeah, you get round, do the shots on the way.
Yeah. Alright. Right. See you in a bit.
Final half hour. It's all to play for. These boys have just landed one over there. Don't know if it's enough to put them back in the lead, but anything could happen. We've actually just started trying, haven't we? I put 2 zigs out. He's just been baited up, but it's been a good weekend, hasn't it? You had fun? Love the camera. Yeah, it's been good, honestly. I think the lads have done a mega job as well, because it's the first thing they've ever sort of organised, isn't it? I think it's gone down a treat.
So I've been out all morning, weighing up fish as you can see. We've just been round to Matt and Matt. They just took the section lead here, but at the minute, you've had Tom and Danny have just hooked into one. I was just doing some quick maths, trying to work it out, and it's £26.13. If they have anything over that, they'll take that section lead at the minute. So we'll have to get round there and see how big it is.
We was in 3rd place up until an hour ago, and we got pushed back to 4th by £2. Our smallest fish is 25.12, so I need this to be 27.12 or bigger for 3rd place.
Overall.
Mega fish, like.
You lift it up. 29.10.
Yeah.
Get in there.
You win this one, I'll win next.
29.10, lovely. Fantastic.
With the final tally counted, Southerners had done it. With Neil and Carl winning overall, Ashley and Tony in second place, and Zach and Jake taking third.
I've got nothing to say. I am eating my words. Fair play though, mate. Fair play.
Good. I mean, to be fair, you come down onto the home turf, you knew you was going to get a trampoline, and you did.
Yeah, we did.
So,
yeah, that's all I've got. It's the only excuse I've got in it, really.
Exactly. It's not a silky beer, is it? That's the difference.
No, yeah, you got to come up our ways next time.
Absolutely, mate. No, do you know what? It's been a really good match. Everyone's had a load of banter, and the thing is, North versus South will always be North versus South.
Be there.
So yeah, it was good. It was a good laugh, and loads of fish come out, didn't they? So
good food, good drink,
good fish.
Didn't work for
I
us.
really enjoyed it. Really good match.
Should we settle it with an arm wrestle now?
Yeah.
I'm only joking.
Back for round 2, lads.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to do it up north though, you know, and then we've got no excuses then, have we?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Can't have it coming up there. But it was close. That was a good thing. Everyone enjoying it. Like I always say, the only one thing that links us all here, we've all got different walks of life, we're all from different areas, but we've all, the one thing that links us all is we've all got that addictive personality, and that's what we're all here to do. Everyone's here for the right reasons, you know, better than going down the pub, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Especially
why I'm
when
going
there's loads of beer here.
yeah.
That's been good.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Nice one.
Yeah, lovely, mate.
Nice one.
See you next
Back
time.
next time.
Yeah, mate. Let's do it.
It came and went pretty quick, to be fair. It was done in the blink of an eye almost, wasn't it?
Yeah. That could have had something to do with the alcohol though.
Yeah, possibly,
Yeah.
Possibly. There wasn't much sleep though. A lot of fish caught. And I think everybody on the whole was pretty happy. We haven't had one bad report. Everyone fished well.
Yeah. I've been down Berners a few times. I've never known it to fish as well as that. Well, I haven't even done the final tally of how many fish have come out, but I think it's near on 15 30s and a 40.
Was it?
Yeah, and I reckon we're looking at probably 60, 70 carp over the whole weekend.
And what was the biggest?
That's why I'm covered in it.
What was the biggest?
Just over £40.
And that was Carl Rivers?
Yeah, £40 6.
Yeah, he ran away with it, to be fair. He was. They fished really well.
Yeah.
They fished really well. I think that the standard of angler throughout the whole competition was pretty high. You know, and then you look at the top section that didn't catch. 2 great pairings. Lee Sims, Sean Dulson against Byford and Londers.
Yeah.
No fish between them.
Yeah. If there was fish up there,
they'd have caught.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It's just I suppose that's the luck of the draw. But throughout the whole lake, it was pretty consistent.
Yeah.
I think the sections were pretty tight.
Yeah. Well, each section was, if 3 fish were caught from one peg in that section, 3 was caught from the other, and then same as 1 fish would be against 1, 2 from 2 kind of thing.
Right,
so
got you, yeah.
all the sections were really fair.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no match angler, and I think there was a few lads in both teams that aren't match anglers, but they still held their own.
Yeah.
You know, Scott Lloyd.
The 3 biggest fish it's anyone's game.
It's a leveler. It's a leveler, yeah.
Some people were fishing just for the 3 big ones. And
down our bank, we had Scott and we had Jay. We know for a fact they're not match anglers, but they still put some fish on the board. Fishing it completely different to what everybody else did.
Yeah.
You know, it was. I think it was a fairly close match throughout, to be fair. And I think as a competition for ourselves, I don't think it could have gone any better in that respect. It would have been bad. And as it was looking yesterday, where all the south are catching over there and none of the north are catching, it literally changed in a blink of an eye.
Yeah. After the barbecue, everyone went back, and then all of this bank was catching. So
that scoreboard was looking pretty bleak from a north point of view yesterday.
Yeah.
And I've got to say it, mate. I've got to say that is still quite flattering considering how close some of the sections were.
Yeah, definitely.
Are we?
Yeah, a few ounces away from flipping it on its head, and it would have come down to half a point or a point. So
yeah. Are we gonna do it next year?
I've got to get over this one, but yeah. We'll organise another one.
I'm going to go for a relaxing spa weekend somewhere.
That's it, yeah.
Nice one, son.
Yeah, no, quality. Well done to the south, eh?
Shut up.